Offense is set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility and knows how to win games. Always in contention for a championship.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Dancing to his left. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film stuff. And he's going to take it in.
Yep, touchdown.
Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is good.
There you go. 2-point conversion. Yep. It's like playing the ace when you're playing spades and everybody kept playing the spade and you got the ace. Or joker.
All of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
East side. Let's go right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The former number 6 overall pick in 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's complete to Shepard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. And
that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton.
That's so 6, maybe 7 years ago.
Away from tying this football game. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
For the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the 1st. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Yep, which I never did with these players. Did I break 30?
We know he can pass, but
no, I didn't.
No,
no doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's
I've been getting like 28, 27, 22.
Back to when we had our morning jog before
Then the average would be like 26 or 25.
Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
That's all. Excuse me. And I'll tell y'all why I haven't posted a lot of these or videos in the moment of what I've been doing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Oh, come on.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over the
yes, what I was about to say, delay a game.
When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Welcome back from the why would they say that? Come on.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rodgers to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left.
Double.
Go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Escapes the sack. They'll roll him out right. Escapes the defender. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the "Be Aggressive" chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash.
All right, that's it. Time to do the mid blitz.
32 yards.
She was right on the 1 line.
Get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line.
Right on it.
After a play
Look,
like that,
throws it.
Still, all in all, a huge play.
88 catches it.
1st and goal at the 1.
Look, see, all we can do is just line up like where formation like Major Payne was. Or a military period. Alright, I'd rather just do, oh god, it's got, 60 stuff. Alright. No, I'm challenging that. I'm about to challenge that play. Hold up.
A 1-yard touchdown run from from Saquon Barkley, and the Giants have taken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Fine, you know what? I ain't challenging that.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky.
What just happened? Now I can't do instant replay. That sucks.
That nearly picked. It's
I really want to do instant replay. No, I'm about to just do inside zone.
So
Pause.
incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The shotgun, they run with Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And then do so right there.
Packers get set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Oh, no. Oh, good. It wasn't a fumble.
Took a shot there on 1st down.
Thank God.
Well,
All right.
But it wasn't a sack either, so the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Tay Crowder able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. Then he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Jones going for it all. And it'll be intercepted.
Fumble.
Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers
It's safety, man. Wait, no, this be a fumble.
Take over at the 20-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Out to his left. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. O'Shane Ximines able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards that.
Oh, what's the matter if you're not, if you're like sliding down? No, I'm asking that as like rhetorically. Like, what's the problem with him sliding down if he has the ball and it crossed the line and he wants to avoid getting tackled?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And shedding a man at the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Rodgers steps away. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Rolling to his left. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Tay Crowder able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers on the move to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Hey, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Packers unable to pick up the 1st, and the Giants are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there.
Oh, he slid.
It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And the punter scores on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
And he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Jimenez, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 40.
That was quick, but I did. I realized it.
Offense reads blitz. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30.
46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. 5 yards that time out of
Over the last time the hair was on the line,
that was a good effort there trying to do it on his
y'all
own.
didn't count that as a touchdown. But y'all did last time. But this time, y'all didn't. You're lucky I ain't challenged that. Because look, when I pause it to check it, now I can challenge it. What type of crap is that? It's not with the Packers right now. Whatever.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Flush to his right. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Stays on his feet.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. First down and much more here for Jones, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Excuse me.
Sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Yep, cross the line. Show y'all that.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Touchdown!
Packers! Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So, wow, he scrambles right, throws across his body all the way back to the left, but it worked out.
Wouldn't you just love to hear the thought process of the offensive coordinators that play unfolded? And I think a lot of it was, no. Nice throw, my man. Nice throw.
I'd
Good
also
job.
like to hear the quarterback what's going on in his head as that ball leaves his hand.
Oh, please let it get there, because otherwise I'm in big trouble.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Oh, well. At least they got a touchdown.
And they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw again on second down. Jones, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw again. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40.
2 minutes to go.
35. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Back to throw again. And this is Shepard on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 27, Rodgers forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we went in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. The 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, 75 yards. And the Giants
get the hell out of here. Did that just happen?
Of the third quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Wow, past the 30.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give to Jones. He'll have another 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And all the way going down inside the 5 to the 4.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Yep. Turn up. Hey.
Second touchdown of the night. And the Packers get a score closer. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Then he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Back's killing me, yo. I'm surprised he ain't got the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Jones. On first down, completes this again to Shepard. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 45 on second down. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So certainly the question there, 4th and very short, why throw so deep?
Sometimes the defense actually forces you into these things. Sometimes what happens is you might end up in a man coverage where they press up tight. Could be a zone coverage where they're crowding the line of scrimmage, and receivers have to convert their routes to try and beat that coverage, and you end up throwing it deeper than you want to. Preferably, you want a 3-yard pass in this situation. Get the first down and keep the sticks going.
On play action, now Rodgers being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first
Oh,
down.
he jumped over. I think I saw that.
Sometimes guys get locked into such
Did he
a
jump
groove.
or what?
The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Crosby is good. And that'll make
He is
it a
good.
2-point game.
I remember what they did. They did a field goal too. Now I just did a field goal, so guess what? If I get a touchdown after
It
this,
certainly does, because now they
and I do a 2-point conversion, I'll be a whole point over your arses.
for the made field goal. Now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A first down carry for Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 53 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Sure.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Jones.
Sack, boy.
Nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Jones now
throwing on 3rd and long.
Fumbled.
Intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to get this inside.
Yep, Jones got everything. The speed and the ability to catch the ball.
Big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On
Play action. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Got a man open.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 28 yards. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead.
Yeet.
And
Got
partner
it.
found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the
Finally.
end zone.
See, look,
Those two
like I
guys
just
are gonna
said,
tie the game.
I had that field goal, touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
You and I were talking before the game.
But I meant to say tied or over.
What hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
It's going to be a mistake here.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Sack. Yep. Like when I sack people, when people sack me, I don't like it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
First.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels
First
routine.
down.
And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays.
We'll be back and forth there.
Polished off by a Giants touchdown.
I see how this game is going.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 28.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
It's the former Packer linebacker Blake Martinez with the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
right, you know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rodgers. Well, there's Tunyon. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the
Robert Tunyon.
Giants 28.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. A leap, and he will make the catch. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 28 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct. But I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
Kenny Galladay.
It's a